Take your caramels. Make sure they're kind of laid down flat. Perfect. I have a Hershey's chocolate bar.
Oh, yum.
Right on top of those caramels. Yummy. All right. And then I'm gonna add some salt.
Oh,
this is gonna be salted caramel.
Oh, nice. That looks like very fancy salt. But you can use like any type of salt?
You wanna use like the more coarse salt.
Oh, okay.
But yes, pretty much if you only have the regular stuff, that will work too.
Okay.
You wanna be generous with that salt because it's salted caramel.
Got it. That sounds super delicious.
It's gonna be so good. All right. And then I just have some skim milk here.
Skim milk, okay.
Yes, you can use whatever milk you like. I just picked up the skim because it was on sale.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. You don't need like full fat or anything with this.
No.
Okay.
Okay. We'll do 6 cups totals. So this is 4 cups here. We'll do 2 more cups. Perfect. Yummy. Now to just make this a little bit creamier, I have my Coffee Mate Italian sweet cream. You can use the off-brand, whatever you have.
Italian sweet cream? How did I not know about that?
It's so good. And we're just gonna use 2 cups of this.
Okay.
I know it seems like a lot, but this is gonna be a big serving, okay?
Yeah, so this is like enough for like a holiday party.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, and just right in there. It's gonna make it super creamy and just add a little bit of sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I know that wasn't enough chocolate for our hot chocolate, so I have my Hershey's Special Dark Cocoa.
Oh yeah, Special Dark is my favorite.
Me too. Okay. It's okay if it gets a little bit in there. That's
Nice.
perfect. That's half a cup.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Yes, never enough chocolate.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna grab a spoon real quick so we can mix that cocoa powder in. All right, that looks well mixed. I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid on.
Okay.
And we're actually gonna set this on low.
Low.
Yep. And we're
Okay.
gonna let it cook up. All right, we're starting off with 3 pounds of our classic applesauce in our crock pot. I have 2 boxes of my spice cake mix that we're gonna pour right in there. You can use whatever cake mix you prefer, but I want this to have all the fall feels, so we're doing the spice cake mix. All right, that's 1 box. 2 boxes. You can even get really creative and do 1 box of spice cake mix and 1 box of vanilla. Whatever you like, just throw it in there and it will be amazing. All right, we have those 2 boxes. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my whisk and we are gonna whisk these 2 together until we get a delicious cake batter. So fun fact with applesauce, you do not need any eggs, any oil, or any water. It acts as all 3. You can make this easy dessert with just 2 ingredients, just the applesauce and just the cake mix. So let's get this nice and well combined.
Wow, it looks so cool.
Oh, it smells delicious too. All right, this is exactly how we want it to look. Make sure to get all of that out of our whisk. Oh, it smells like the epitome of fall. Yummy. Now, you can keep this just 2 ingredients, but we're not going to. I'm gonna come in with my dried cranberries and we're gonna place that right on the side of our crock pot, right on top of this cake mix. All right, we used about half of that bag. And then you can come in with whatever nut you like, but we're gonna do walnuts for this. We'll put that right in the center. Oh, these are just gonna complement that spice cake so perfectly. And last but certainly not least, we have some raisins. And I like using these dried fruit because they bring some moisture to the cake and some great variety in our bites. So let's get a good amount of our raisins in there.
Raisins always get stuck like that.
I know. It's okay though. They're worth the trouble. All right. And that looks like maybe just a little bit more. Enough. All right. But we are going to give this a mix just like so. Oh, and we're just using a spoon this time because it's already all whisked together and we don't want to make too much of a mess. I did grease my crock pot, but I am so excited for this to come together. It's gonna be great for any fall occasion, but especially like Thanksgiving or, you know, any kind of potluck, because it serves a lot. But that looks like it is blended beautifully. So one trick that I love to do when I make cakes in the crock pot is I'm gonna bring in some paper towels, and we're gonna make sure our paper towels can cover our entire top of our crock pot. I have an 8-quart crock pot, and then we're gonna grab our lid, and that will help catch any moisture that our crock pot makes. And then we're gonna pop this on high and let this cake start cooking. All right, we are just cutting our loaf of bread into small pieces. I'm using the artisan brioche bread, but any bread will work for this. All right, now that we have our bread nice and finely cut, we're gonna bring in our greased crock pot, and we're gonna put all of those bread pieces into our crock pot, just like so. Make sure it's nice and spread it out. Rip up any pieces that feel too big. Perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna come in with some half and half, and we are gonna add 2.5 cups of half and half right into our crock pot. This is a 2-cup measuring cup, so we'll start with the 2 cups. Drizzle that right over our bread. Perfect, and then 1 more half cup. Beautiful. Now we're gonna add in 3 eggs right into our crock pot. Yummy, this is gonna be so easy and so delicious. I have here some organic maple syrup. It's best to use real maple syrup because the flavors are just so much better. And we're gonna add a 1/2 cup of maple syrup, but I always like to add a little extra because it tastes that good.
I don't know what you're making, but dang, this looks delicious.
Yeah, and then we have some vanilla extract that we are going to add a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract into our crock pot with that bread, the eggs, the heavy cream. Now I have here some cinnamon. This is gonna be such a great Christmas, dessert that's so easy. You can start cooking it, before your guests come over. And then by the time it's dessert time, it will be ready and it'll be warm and delicious and just a little sticky. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and mix in all of these ingredients, get those eggs all broken apart. Make sure all of those ingredients coat your bread. Oh my goodness, this is looking delicious already. Ooh, okay. Now we're not done yet because we do want to add some nice holiday flavors to this, but this is customizable. You can kind of, make it to your liking, but for me, I have some special ingredients that are just gonna be a winner.
Ooh, I'm excited to see them.
Okay, now that that's nice and well mixed, we don't want to mix it too much and break apart all of that bread, but the holiday flavors I'm gonna add are some dried cranberries.
Ooh.
And we're gonna sprinkle that right on top of this mixture, just like so.
They look like raisins.
Yeah, that's kind of what dried cranberries look like. And we just need a 1/2 cup of dried cranberries. Then I want a little crunch in this. So we are gonna add 1/2 cup of walnuts right in there with the bread. Ooh, this is gonna be so good, you guys. All right, that is it. It looks beautiful and festive. We're gonna go ahead and get our crock pot lid, and we are gonna set this one on low. All right, we are starting off with 2 bags of our frozen peaches in our crock pot. Yum. Now to make this extra special, I grabbed a bag of frozen blueberries, and this is just gonna sprinkle right on top. We're only gonna use about 1/2 of this bag. Make sure it's spread out. I don't know about you guys, but peaches and blueberries are just the ultimate combo. Yummy. Now, to help with any liquid that might form from our frozen fruit, I'm gonna bring in some cornstarch, and we're gonna add a teaspoon of cornstarch right into our crock pot on top of that fruit. Oh, I was hoping that would just sprinkle nicely, but you know what? Not everything's gonna be perfect. Before we move on, I'm gonna grab my spoon and we're gonna give this a nice mix. Try to get that cornstarch on all of those berries. Get the blueberries and peaches nicely blended together. Oh, this is gonna be really good, you guys. So great for the holidays, so great for all year round. Peaches and blueberries, yummy. But you could use whatever frozen fruit you like. Okay, that looks just about right. Actually, there's a little too many blueberries on that side. Wow, it looks good. Now for this next step, we're gonna come in with your favorite cake mix. I'm using the butter pecan because I think it goes great with those peaches. And we're just going to get that whole cake mix on top of our fruits. Ooh, and this is all in the crock pot. Now, if you don't have a crock pot, you could just pop this in the oven at 350 for 50 minutes. But you know me, I love my crock pot, so that's what I'm going for today. Okay, and we're gonna use this whole box right on there. The butter pecan and the peaches and the blueberries. This is like a real Southern dessert, you guys. Let me know if you would do peaches with, you know, raspberries or strawberries. I mean, personally, you guys know I love my blueberries. Okay, so we put that whole box in there. We're just gonna use our hands just to kind of get that cake mix spread out just a little bit more. It doesn't need to be perfect. That looks beautiful. All right, before our last step, I'm just gonna come in with some cinnamon, and we are gonna sprinkle cinnamon right on top of that cake mix. Another ingredient that goes so well with peaches. This is smelling so good, that fruit. Oh, I just love it, you guys. All right, that is almost done. We are on our last ingredient and the most important ingredient, the butter. Oh yeah, and we just cut up our butter into thin slices just like this. And we're gonna put these butter slices right on top of that cake mix because this is what's gonna cook up that cake mix and create a cobbler-like dessert. Oh yes, so delicious, so yummy. Serve it with ice cream or whipped cream. A few more squares. Luckily, I'm prepared and I cut a few more pieces for this exact reason. And just to let you guys know, I did grease my crock pot because this can get a little sticky. Perfect. Okay, so we used about a stick and 1/4 of a stick of salted butter. This looks so good. Now we're gonna go ahead and put our lid on and we're gonna set this on high. Can't wait. All right, it's been about 2 hours.
That's beautiful.
Let's give it a nice stir. Get that chocolate.
Wow, look at that color. It looks really rich and delicious.
Yes, those caramels melted, the chocolate bar melted. Let's go ahead and put this on warm.
Okay.
Okay. And I stirred mine throughout occasionally while I was cooking those 2 hours.
Right, because you don't want things to get stuck. That makes sense.
Yes. All right, grab your cup. And then I actually have some sea salt caramel.
Ooh.
Boop, open this up real quick and let's do a little caramel rim for our salted caramel hot chocolate.
Wow, that looks so beautiful.
Right? Ooh, this is gonna be so delicious.
Look at just like oozing down. That's so pretty.
All right. Now before we start scooping our hot chocolate, I'm gonna add a couple of marshmallows.
Yes. Ooh, you're using the big ones.
Yes. You can use the minis if you want, but I love these ones.
I do too. And I think if you're doing like big portions, that makes sense.
Right?
Right?
All right, let's scoop it now. This is gonna be so good.
Oh, wow.
Okay, put that to the side. And then of course you cannot have hot chocolate without whipped cream.
Oh yeah, definitely. Double whip for me.
And And then call me crazy, but I'm just gonna sprinkle it with a little bit of that fancy salt.
Not crazy at all.
Just grab like a little pinch.
A little pinch.
And
Oh,
that's
yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, and there you go. Best hot chocolate in the world.
Oh, delicious.
So good. All right, it's been 3 hours on high. We're gonna go ahead and turn this off. I did already put a toothpick in it to make sure it was done. That's why there's no paper towel. But look at that. It smells like apple pie in here. This is gonna be delicious. Go ahead and scoop our delicious apple spice cake.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, it's perfectly cooked. Oh my goodness, and those cranberries. Wow, so we're gonna scoop that, and then you can put frosting on this, but I'm just gonna do some Ready Whip because that's what I like. Woo, oh my gosh, all that steam. Nothing better than a warm apple spice cake. Oh my goodness, the perfect bite.
Is it good?
I love this cake. You gotta try it. All right, you guys, it has been 4 hours on low. We're gonna go ahead and pop this on warm and let's check it out. Oh my goodness, our sticky bread pudding is ready. Oh, it smells amazing. It looks amazing.
It smells so good.
Call me crazy, but I'm gonna top it off with some caramel syrup. This is obviously optional, but it just makes it extra sticky and gooey and everything you want in a holiday dessert. Oh, it looks so good, right, babe?
It looks fantastic, babe. Wow.
Okay, time to dig in. And remember, we sprayed our crock pot, so it should just come right up. That looks incredible. Oh,
Yum.
I impressed myself with this one, you guys. Okay, time to give it a try. So you could do this as a breakfast, you could do it as a dessert. I'm doing it as a dessert, but I would eat this all day long. That's really good, you guys. You have to try it. All right, you guys, it's been 3 hours on high. We're gonna go ahead and pop this on warm so it can stay nice and warm for us. Let's go ahead and check it out. Oh my goodness. This
Smells
looks
delicious.
so good and juicy. Oh, and those blueberries and peaches. Okay, let's go ahead and grab, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It's perfectly cooked.
Look at that. That is my best one yet. Oh my gosh, I'm way too excited, you guys. Okay, of course, we have our Haagen-Dazs vanilla waiting for us. Because what is a cobbler without a little bit of ice cream? Ooh. Okay, guys. Let me know what fruit combination you would do. I think this peach blueberry is gonna be delicious. Oh, and it's perfectly cooked. That cake, the butter pecan cake mix that we did, remember? Remember that? We can't forget about that. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. You guys are really gonna like this one.